identified, I think, about 6 different things that we think are the reasons why people get held up or stuck in this business. I'm gonna go through them real quick with you. Number 1, I see a ton is due diligence. People always are struggling with the due diligence part of this business because they're afraid, they're scared that if they make the wrong decision, that it's the end of the world. Okay. Number 2 is prospecting, right? So prospecting is a big one for a lot of us. I think people oftentimes loop prospecting and sales into the same little square. I don't know. Anyway, and they're not. Prospecting is a completely different skill set than sales. I would say that I'm way better at sales than I am at prospecting. I enjoy sales and closing much more than I enjoy prospecting. And I think there's probably many of you guys in this group that would say the same thing. Like, hey, I'm really good at the prospecting side, but maybe I'm horrible when I get in person, right? But these are issues in the business model that I'm going over. Because you guys might be able to make a check mark across one of these things that seems to be your issue or where you need to maybe this year master a little bit better. Every one of these things isn't necessarily difficult, but some things inherently you're better at than others, right? Next, the technical side of things. For those of you guys that know, I'm not the most technically gifted person. Which is why I use tools like Weebly and easy to use drag and drop type things, which still get the job done for me. So I don't have to be overly technical. But for a lot of us, because maybe the generation we grew up in, or maybe just the way your brain works is the computer stuff is difficult for you, right? So that's an issue in this business model. Money, right? Money's an issue for any business, right? Most all businesses, depends on the level you're at, but money can be an issue. So how to fund the business, how to reinvest correctly. And then last but not least, motivation. I think this is a bigger issue for, I'll say motivation / mindset, but motivation specifically is a big deal, because I think a lot of us have learned to survive at a place of maybe a lower income than we say we want in our brains, but we've learned to survive there for long enough that it is our life, and we've been able to make it work. And so I think sometimes we have these moments where we're motivated. Maybe you get on here and you watch me look like a fool with some crazy hair, and I get you got all jacked up, right? And you're inspired, maybe not necessarily motivated, but you're inspired, right? But self-motivation is a real deal that a lot of us struggle with. And so to me, these are the most important things to tackle at this event, at this regional event. So I don't care if you're brand new, if you just started, I don't care if you're in this for 4 years, there's something in this list of issues with this business that's holding you back from taking you to the next level that we got to get you to so we can hit some of these 2019 goals. I had a really good talk with my best friend last night, and we're kind of walking him through how to break free from his really good job. And I'm not going to name him by name or tell you what his job is, but very, very highly paid, but ultimately wants to walk away. And so one of the things we talked about, I want to give you this before we get into the main meat and potatoes of this thing. I think for every one of you guys, it's necessary. If you want to walk away from a job, if you want to hit a goal, I don't care which one it is. If you want to go at this full time, or you have a specific number you want to hit, first of all, we need an end date. I don't just want the end of the year as like, hey, I want to make $150,000 this year or whatever. I want to get a lot more specific about it so we can measure it and track it on a daily basis. I talked about this briefly on Tuesday's call when we're talking about goal setting, but I really want to reiterate. Sometimes I say things and I don't even know. It doesn't even hit me until I rewatch the live stream back, and I'll go back and take some of the notes on some of the things that I said that I'm literally spitting at you. And there's still, it takes enough repetition, it takes enough consistency of hearing it for it to really set in. So one of the things I think every one of you guys, I don't care what level, you guys can making more money than me, less money than me, whatever. This is all of us included. You guys, we have to. If we have a goal, the goal set for, let's just say, a monthly income goal or a weekly income goal or a daily income goal, we have to start checking up on our work and our progress on a daily basis. I made the example of losing weight, right? I went through this process with a personal trainer, lost some weight. The thing that I learned a lot from in that exercise was that he made me look at my progress on a daily basis, because you can't get so far out of whack in one day, right? You can't gain, you might be able to, that'd be a pretty good job. You're not going to gain 10 pounds in one day. You're not going to lose 10 pounds in one day, right? If you're watching it every day, if you make, let's just say your weight went up 2 pounds or a pound, like you're going to adjust your daily actions the next day, assuming you still want to stay focused on that goal at hand. So a lot of you guys have set goals. A lot of you guys, if you guys missed the live stream on Tuesday, I have a goal sheet for you guys. Please fill that stuff out for me so I can help you guys hit your goals in this new year. But definitely, every one of you guys, whatever the goal is, could be fitness, it could be money, it could be business, it could be financial, it could be faith, it could be relationships, whatever. If you're checking up on this once or even twice per day, once in the morning, once at night, really being self-aware with yourself of what you're doing or what you're not doing to move you further away or closer to that goal, I can guarantee you it's going to end better than if at the end of this month, you look back at your month and you say, oh man, I didn't quite get to it, right? Or I'm this far behind. At that point, you can't adjust your actions because the month is gone, and then you're just starting over with a whole new brand new month. This is a very much an employee trained mindset or employee trained trait of just, hey, I got my paycheck at the end of the month, I'm on to the next month, right? As an entrepreneur, we got to be focused on our stuff on a daily, if not bi-daily basis, because it's going to allow you to make adjustments, even small ones, for the next day where you screwed up yesterday. Anyway, you go.